Welcome to Just the Tips, a mini show composed of tips and tricks for the game Marvel Future Revolution, hosted by Shane the Intern and myself, Professor Gingy.
Whoa.
We're both graduates of the North Essex Research and Development School, or otherwise known as Nerds. And we're here to give you just the tips.
Just the tips.
Today's tip, it is a list of tips in the form of stats and what they do. In Marvel Future Revolution, there is a whole host of stats that your character can have and does have. So, to begin, we are going to run down this list, what each one of them does, and what each one of them can possibly be maxed out to. This is very important. If you are a min-maxer, you need to know this stuff. If you are a casual player, you need to know this stuff. If you are a free-to-play player, you need to know this stuff.
Also, it's very important to know your limits.
Yes, because in this case, the limit does exist. Every player needs to know these things. We will start. Attack. Increases damage dealt to enemies. Very basic. Defense. Reduces damage taken from enemies. Basic. HP. This is the maximum damage threshold. When you reach 0, you die. Or if you have gold, you can disobey the laws of death.
That's true.
Okay?
Screw you, Grim Reaper.
HP recovery. Increases all healing effects. Can be maxed out to 200%.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Stamina. Resource for using skills. Basic. Stamina recovery. Increases the stamina recovery rate, which means how often you recover stamina, and can be increased to a 200% maximum.
Impressive.
Ultimate skill gauge recovery. Increases ultimate gauge recovery rate. How fast you recover your ultimate skill can be increased to 200%. That's a fast ultimate. Accuracy rate. Increases the chance of hitting an enemy with an attack. Very important, especially if you have someone with 100% dodge. You need to overcome 100% accuracy rate.
We're looking at you, Spider-Man.
Yes. Dodge rate. Reduces the chance of being hit from enemy attacks. This is what accuracy rate is the counter to. It can be maxed out at 75%. Used to be over 100.
Darn patch.
Yeah, patches. Critical rate. Increases the rate at which you hit a critical.
Really?
Yeah.
Who knew?
Weird. Can be maxed out at 75%. Every fourth hit.
Oof.
Or every 3 out of 4 hits.
3 out of 4 hits. That's
3 out of 4 hits is a critical.
That's a big oof.
Crit damage. Increases damage dealt to enemies when critical hits are triggered. Can be maxed out at 300%.
Ooh, hello.
Critical damage decrease. Reduces the damage received from enemies when they hit you with a crit. Can be maxed out at 100. That's good.
Very.
Immune to crits.
Yes.
Defense pierce. Ignores the enemy's defense by a certain percentage. Can be maxed out to 75. Hit rate. The probability damage inflicted on an enemy will be fixed at maximum. I'm not sure I understand that one. Let's read it again. The probability damage inflicted on an enemy will be fixed at maximum. Could take some further looking into. I know this was one that was an unknown until this came out, and now I just have more questions.
As do we all.
Yep. Cooldown decrease. Reduces the cooldown after using the skill. Any skill can be increased to 50%. Half timed cooldowns?
Halfsies.
Halfsies. Nice. Total damage. Increases the damage dealt to enemies once more. 100%.
Wow.
Double damage on everything. Okay.
That's nice.
Debuff Resistance. Reduces the chance of being hit by status effects. Can max out at 100. Debuff Accuracy. Increases the chance of applying a status effect. Can be maxed out at 200. PvP damage. Very self-explanatory. Increases the damage dealt to other players. Can be increased to 75%. PvP damage decrease. The opposite of the last one. Can be increased to 75%. Guard damage. Increases the damage you do to someone's guard. Can be increased to 100%. Guard damage decrease. Again, the opposite of the last one. Can go to 100%. Supervillain damage. The damage you do to supervillains.
Go figure.
Weird. Can be increased to 75%. Supervillain damage decrease. The previous one was supervillain damage. It increases the damage you deal to supervillains.
One would assume that this is the opposite.
Thanks.
Here to help.
Can be increased to 75%. Surface to air damage. Increases the damage dealt to targets in the air from the ground. Can go to 75. Air to surface. The opposite. Can go to 75. Villain damage.
Wonder what that is. Huh. Sorry, I'm sure we know.
Increases the damage dealt to villains. Can max out at 75. And its opposite can also be maxed out to 75. This has been a long time coming.
Very much so.
We have waited for this list since soft launch.
So thank you for providing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sign language. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Well, now it's time for our screenshot shout out. And this one goes to Leviathan Sind for this really cool Doctor Strange. She's got like Wolverine hair. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Does the pointy hair make him seem more eviler?
I think it makes him faster.
More aerodynamic. I understand. Okay. Yeah. Science. It rules.
Science.
All right. Well, pencils down, and it's time to show your work. Hope you guys took notes. That was a long one. Is Mark SPF 100. Get it? Because you're a ginger.
Intern Shane, how many times have I told you to not wear your Captain America pajama pants to work?
I think they're cool.